So many people have been asking me to share my process in Tinkercad, and it's like so strange to me because I am still really new at this and I barely know what I'm doing half the time. It's a lot of trial and error, a lot of Googling, a lot of learning what each feature does. But I just happened to print this out from Maker World to hold my garbage bags, and I'm like, that would be a really easy tutorial to show in Tinkercad. As I don't have any special equipment, like it's literally gonna be my phone set up against a computer screen. So if you can deal with that sort of thing, then I guess watch. All right, so this is your main screen in Tinkercad. All you have to do is go to tinkercad.com and then just create a login like anything else. It's completely free, it saves all your files, but as always, back it up to your computer as well for any kind of STLs that you make. So you have your work plane here in the middle. This is how we're gonna rotate our work plane. Home screen. And then these are all of our preloaded shapes. There's tons of them, but these are your basic ones that you're going to use most often. So for our garbage can holder, it's obviously a cylinder. So we're going to click on a cylinder. We're going to take it to our work plane. Resize just by typing in your dimensions here. Now this is all in millimeters. If you would rather work with inches, you could change this over to imperial and you can work with inches. So I already know the dimensions of this garbage bag holder. So I am just going to plug in here 76 millimeters and 76 here so that we have an even circle. To make it taller, you're just going to drag up. Now what I would do if I were creating this is I would hit Control D and it's going to duplicate that. I usually like to drag it out to the side. Click this whole button right here and that's going to be what we call negative. So of course the most important thing when you're creating a negative is you want to make sure that it is smaller than the space that you're putting it in, or else your object will just completely disappear. So let's just size it down by a few millimeters. Let's go down to 71 because 5 millimeters is a pretty good strength. So whenever I am creating a negative, I like to remember to move the hole up first, because once it gets inside of your object and you join them together, it's kind of hard to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight both of these. I'm going to go up to the align tool and I'm going to click that we want to center it front to back and in the middle. Now I made sure that my negative was pulled up so that we're not just putting a hole through the entire cylinder, because we need a floor for it. So what I'm going to do before the next part is I'm going to highlight both and use this button here to join them together. And that shows what our shape is currently. So now we need to create the shape on the front of the cylinder where the garbage bags will come out. So on this particular one, it was just a rectangle. So I'm gonna bring a square in, just gonna resize the square. The thickness only has to be as thick as the wall because we just want to be able to cut a hole through here. So I'm gonna make this a hole. Okay, that's gonna be our negative space. I like to use my arrow keys to bring them in. But if you look down at your snap grid, if you want a more precise movement, you can change it to less millimeters movement. All right, so we want to raise this up so that there's a hole at the top. I'm just going to slide it this direction. All right, so we have space at the bottom and it goes all the way through. So now I'm going to highlight this, hit the join button, and there you go. You have a garbage bag dispenser in less than 10 minutes. Now, something like that a few months ago would have driven me crazy because I would have had no idea how any of these things worked. But guys, just get in there and start playing around and I promise it'll get easier.